Serral versus Clem. Round 3, Alcyone. Fight. Or load and then fight. Today's stream is sponsored by Bitter Sugar, KCX, Carson Cho, and viewers like you. Thank you to all the Twitch subscribers for keeping the show on the road. Okay, so there was a tournament called IEM Katowice, and a gentleman from Finland named Serral participated in this, and he mopped the floor of the event. And I don't mean that in the literal sense of mopping the floor, but maybe that's actually the secret to Serral being so good, is he can go to a tournament and just mop the floor with his opponents, because before he practiced StarCraft every day, maybe he just mops the floor and just imagines the mop as his opponent. And that's how he just is able to take complete control of the match and just be ahead. Let's see what he does here. This map for me is a Zerg. It's kind of tricky because of the various obstacles. You've got a bunch of rocks in a sort of circle here on the map, you can see. These are two big rocks, two big rocks, two big rocks, one big rock, well, medium rock, two big rocks, some grass and some minerals, and then a medium-sized rock. So you've got rocks here. This is terrain you can't pass. You can't pass on these things, or this, or this. So it's a weird map to navigate as a Zerg for me. One thing we saw Serral do versus Bjorn was send the drone that goes to take the third base to here to mine through this before it even becomes a third base. Let's see if he does that again. Clem plays pretty different from Bjorn. Bjorn was playing greedy into mass bio with very low gas unit count. Clem has been playing more of what we would call like standard macro, where you go for 3cc, Hellion Banshee, that kind of stuff. Or even going for a few Reapers early, as he did in the first game. So Serral's sending a drone over by the third. There's an SCV patrolling. So he sends the drone back. Okay, now he's going to send the drone out again. What does he do? Takes an extractor. Serral has an overlord that's going to finish here. Trying to keep the Lings alive if at all possible. The queen is out. He doesn't lose a single unit. The drone is trying to take the third. He's going to go back and build an extractor. The queen wants to enable this drone to be a third base. Clem definitely hassles the third base expansion more than Bjorn does. He's just obnoxious with it. Ooh, he gets it. Nice. Okay. Serral's got the third base. Queens are injecting. He's making 8 Lings. Interesting. Yeah, so he's just gonna do a 14 Ling yeet, I guess. Unless these are defensive. No, he is going. He is going on the map. Oh, the Reaper! Oh. As a Zerg main, that just tilts me, like, watching that. A little bit. I'm okay, like, I'll be fine. But seeing the creep timber get shot, like, when it's just about to live, it's like, fuck. You know? Okay. Serral has a prepared backstab of 12 Lings. And he's making 4 more Lings. Maybe... Okay, the 4 Lings are going to hunt the Reaper. His queens are just checking the integrity of the third base and attacking it. Okay. Now he's going to run in. Look at the natural. He sees Hellions going at him. And the Lings are going to work. 3 workers killed. Oh man, he is in the main base. What is Clem gonna do? Eat the Hellions, pray for the best. Ooh, the Reaper falls. He's got Lings in the main. Lings in the main and Lings at the Nat. What a crazy counterattack. That was only 12 units. You're not supposed to do that much damage with only 12 Lings, man. Wow. Jeez. He got 3/4 of a worker for every Ling, I think. Is that the math? Almost 1 worker kill per Ling. It's extremely good value. Extremely. Clem still has the Hellions in play. He's gonna counterattack again. So many Terrans, whenever they open Hellion, they just feel safe because they assume that the Zerg will not attack them with Lings because it's very hard to make that work. But lo and behold, Serral is doing so. He is on the front foot against Hellions. Double engineering bay. Finishing up for Clem. But Serral's upgrades are ahead. They are ahead. 1-1 is started. And only +1 attack so far for Clem. It's not a huge difference in timing, but it is a few seconds at least. Inject's going out. Taking a Bane Nest. Adding a couple spores. Spreading creep. Pretty supply block, but 5 overlords are about to be done. Well, one of them. Now some more of them. Welcome, chat, to a breakdown of Serral versus Clem. This is game 3. So far, Serral took a crazy awesome trade. 12 Lings that he poised to backstab with as soon as he saw the Hellions commit across mid-map. And he killed way more SCVs than any Zerg has the right to do so. Especially against a Terran as good as Clem. The 4th base is done. Does he inject it insta? Insta-inject? Jeez. Such efficiency. The hatchery completes at the new base and then it is injected by 4 queens. That's powerful. He's gonna take this out, no problem. 1 transfuse. 1 transfuse, queen air volleys, and they get it. They get it. Is he gonna Ling run by again? He does a Ling run by again. Get the mine. Yeah, he gets the mine. And then he leaves. He goes to the 3rd. There's an SCV that's 1 hit. Is he gonna focus it? Nope. He's gonna go for another attack, take a 5th base, and a macro hatch, and spread the creep, and overlord speed, and check for the Terran's 5th, and check for the Terran's 4th. There's no base here. But Clem could have expanded the other way. Ooh, maybe a Bane run by this time. Oh, the macro hatch dirked out. Oops. He's getting a Hydra Den now. It's interesting that he makes a Hydra Den. Rather than going for a quick hive against Clem, he mixes in like 10 Hydras. I think it's really good. It means that he doesn't get destroyed with the power spike of Widow Mines. That always feels bad whenever you're just getting your Ultra transition ready and you don't have your Ultra upgrades done. And they shove with like 2-2 Biomine Medivac. And your Ultras just aren't quite ready. He's going in with Banes. Gets 2 of the mines. Four SCVs, a lot of mining interruption. Another gas, and an infestation pit, queen at the 5th base. There's a queen at the 5th base. Medivac's picking up, flying away. Flying away. Groove Spine's going on the Hydra Den. Zerg Rush. It's really cute and fun that people who don't really play a lot of StarCraft, but they're aware of StarCraft, will oftentimes think Zerg Rush. So when I've told people, yeah, I stream StarCraft. Oh, what do you stream? Or what faction are you? And I say I'm Zerg. They're like, oh, like Zerg Rush? And it's like, yeah, but I'm not really a cheesy player. I go hatch first most of the time. But they don't really know what that means. So you just kind of smile and nod, you know? Yeah, like Zerg Rush. Rushing out drones. We could rush out anything. Zerg Rush! 163 supply to 166. It's a pretty even game here. Let's check the units tab. Units tab, 81 SCVs versus 88 drones. Both of these individuals are wealthy and affluent in their respective circles, and they've established great places of business and enterprise in their respective territories. Clem has begun booby-trapping the map with window mimes that tend to be a huge pain in the ass for anyone unfortunate to enter into their radius of activation. What about when they say Zerg is easiest to play? I just smile, knowing that responsibility and accountability are hard, and it's much better to discount other people's achievements as being based on luck than it is to admit that the reason you're not higher ranked is not because of your race, it's because of your skills. But this is a scary thing to come to terms with. Yeah, there's a Zerg Rush Easter egg on Google, that's true. Man. Serral is going. Lingbane Hydra. He's not quite maxed, but he's just taking good fights. We haven't really seen a game-ending battle yet for the players, but Serral is taking good fights. What's the units lost tab? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Terran is supposed to be a bit more efficient. Zerg is supposed to spam out a bit more unit. We're still in kind of an even game. Both players are maxed. Serral is now going to set up the Lurker Nydus pressure, which is something I like to do as well. If you miss this cast live, yes, they're all going on YouTube. People like the Serral cast almost more than anything on my YouTube. Thank you, Serral, for being so good. People cannot resist but to see the tales of your triumph. The poor Zergs out in the cold in Platinum League, wondering how to deal with battle cruisers. Meanwhile, Serral is making the most insane tournament run in the history of StarCraft 2, with the race that is generally considered to be underpowered due to his skills at the game. As it turned out, it was his skill that allowed him to come out ahead. Mine's getting some damage in. Lurker's applying pressure. This 4th base location, or 5th base location, is having some problems. He can't channel the snipe because the Lurker interrupted it. I like the Overseer that's on Oversight here so we can see the ghosts in the mines. Even if the Overseers that go ahead die, he still has one to fall back to. The Bane's going around getting some of the SCVs, finishes off the Planetary. It is 186 supply to 179. Serral has a bunch of units on this side as well. He's microing some of these units to go for the Planetary. SCV's trying to move forward, but he knocks Banes into them and this base is taken out. Serral is pushing his opponent's 4th base and 5th base at the same time. That's what I've been saying. That's why he's so strong in this particular tournament, is he plays 2 StarCraft games at once. One in the north and one in the south, whereas most players just play one. They're trying to play 1 game of StarCraft at a time and try to play it well. Serral is playing 2 games of StarCraft better. How does he do it? I'm open to suggestions. Oh my gosh. Lingbane, Hydra Viper. A very high damage army. The Vipers are actually insane AoE splash damage with the Parasitic Bomb. So if he can get a Parasitic Bomb on a clump of Medivacs, that really reduces the amount of healing they can do. Look at this. Now he has to micro the Medivacs. The other Medivacs go back and there's a heckin' Parasitic Bomb in the air. The Bane's just killing everything. Oh man, the Ghost with full energy as well. Oh my gosh. And then when the Hydras are alone, he pulls them back. That's super smart. Hydras don't really trade out efficiently. Like, if you fight to the death, it's better to just retreat with the Hydras, remax with the frontliner units, and then show up with the Hydras again. Way more efficient to play that way. That can be a tough decision for people to make whenever they're taking fights as well, is deciding, hey, am I yeeting these units of my opponent until they die, or am I gonna attack and deal damage for a bit and then retreat? If so, when do I retreat? So he decided to retreat and regroup whenever his front line was dead. He was smart. Because now he gets to attack with the same clump of Hydras. Oh man. This base is having a very difficult time. More Banes running up here. If you're an SCV at this base, you are... yeah, you're having a bad time. You're having a very bad time. Have I done a video explaining my thoughts on the Stormgate beta? No, but I could do one. I could give my overall thoughts and musings. Serral is now working with a very major supply lead, a worker lead, a tech lead. The only thing that Clem really has going for him is having 11 Ghosts and 5 Liberators. Ghost Liberator is the way that you meant to kind of split map, dig in, and just efficiently turtle your half of the map. Because at that point, Terran is utilizing Ghost energy to secure kills rather than giving up the lives of units by sending them in. Lurkers going forward here. Going for this planetary. Another Parasitic Bomb on the Medivacs. Lingbane Hydra. Going at this double Liberator and Planetary. The Banes knock down the Planetary. Lingbane attacking the Ghosts. Hydra Viper falling back. Serral remaxing with what? 66 Lings and 4 Hydras. Cool. Serral injects. Very fast. Very fast. Overseer's looking around for a Nydus potential opportunity. Gets Nydus in the natural there. Queen's injecting. Queens are injecting. Oh, the random Shark Fester. One of Serral's signature moves. He just randomly gets infestors that are burrowed. Behind enemy lines, unburrows and fungals, getting almost everything, and then the Parasitic Bomb dealing huge amounts of air damage to the Medivacs. And there's another Shark Fester on the left. It's gonna do another fungal flank. Oh, I kinda missed that time. But still, the threat of the Infestor is known to the Terran. And even though the Infestor didn't get a crazy connection, it definitely struck fear into the heart of Terran. For sure. At least we know that. Lings are all over the bases. The Hydras are focusing down Liberators, focusing down mines. There's a Marauder trying his best, but there's no way he can stop all of this. Lurker Nydus bringing Lurkers right by the SCV line. The Burrowed Infestor. Is he going to do another Unburrow Fungal? He does it again. Jeez. Amazing. Lurker Nydus from Serral is very good. News at 11. Well played, Serral.